Something I noticed on our long line. So I've been doing in the afternoon a long line walk with her. So we just did food recall games. She's already pooped and she's already peed. Right? Good girl. So what I'm gonna do is mostly ignore her. She was going kind of crazy for a minute. So what happens is hey, you want some water? What happens is she gets pretty destructive in the house because her mom doesn't watch her, which goes against a lot of what I said. I think I said in a video yesterday. But she's trying, she's done certain things. She started tethering her, and even then she chews through stuff. So she couldn't choose whatever's close. She ended up getting a bigger crate and putting toys in it, which is something I don't like because the crates I want calm. Inside I want calm, right? Especially for these guys. So, anyways, on a long line walk yesterday, because she's staying with me, good girl. While her mom is getting some stuff done, because she works on the by deadlines. She has to get or projects, right? Works on projects by deadlines, and she's a handful. So as a lot of puppies are. But what I noticed is if I just full on ignore, right? So what I'm going to do, good girl, is I'm never going to ignore a recall or come back, especially with her. So what she does is when she's in the backyard for more than 10 minutes by herself, she digs these big old huge trenches, and she gets all kind of manic in the brain, is what her mom calls it, which is true. And so her mom would say, I think it's because she's mad because I left her out there. And I'm like, that's not why. It's because she's looking for something to do. She needs more guidance, right, at this age. And that I'm assuming that that's part of the reason the people that had her originally gave up on her is these this dog especially needs a lot of guidance. So 5 minutes alone, she's looking for the next thing to do, looking for the next thing to do. Well, what's she gonna do when you're not telling her what she's supposed to do, right? Is she's gonna get into trouble. So I'm gonna try to recreate that by just ignoring her. Hey, so I'm gonna pause it because it's gonna take a minute. I just wanted to get that out while my brain was halfway working straight. Because it doesn't take long for my see like right here. She's creating pressure. She's not on the prong collar. She's on her mark go. So now that she released the pressure, I can go to where she wants to do, where she wants to go. Right. So I missed the initial. We played recall games. Then, as I was picking up the backpack, she started running kind of crazy. A little bit of this is just zoomies, but she did start to get kind of wacky, and that's what I tried to start it in time. But she stopped herself. Right. Part of that is because I'm here. Right. Now, if I wasn't there in the moment, and I didn't say nothing to her, but my presence helped her. Does that make sense? So however, on the long line walk, like I didn't talk to her at all. It was after dinner, so I didn't do nothing. I just kind of let her. Every time she hits the pressure, I just stop. I never recalled her or anything. But after about 7 minutes, she did get like just like hyper vigilant, looking around, right? So she doesn't have long before she needs more guidance. So, anyways, let me pause it. Right. So it's been about 3 minutes. And this is acceptable. Look, she's sniffing and cruising. I haven't talked to her. No leash pressure has been applied. Like either, right? So when I see that it's about to, I kind of stop. So you probably can't tell with the leash is on the ground. But she'll pick up her pace and be on the scent and be cruising. That's okay. It's what she does is she starts cruising and then circling crazy. Not just a circle looking right. So see there, I don't do nothing. Right. Right. They're gonna pick up their pace when they're on the scent. But the she gets this kind of frantic looking around, and that's when they start to do bad stuff. They're just releasing anxieties, energy. So let me pause it. It's a little bit faster, but not bad. She's been checking in a lot more, but I thought of something I wanted to say. So people like Zach George will be like, we gotta look at the underlying emotional blah 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 of what's going on instead of just correcting behaviors. Actually, if you what I've noticed with these anxious dogs, when you correct it, right? So correcting is just getting to the right state of mind. So you're stopping, interrupting the behavior you don't like, right? So corrections could be that was not a correction, that's for hitting the end of the leaf. Corrections can be physical or verbal. Oftentimes, more often than not, I can just go, hey, and then they'll stop. See, that's a correction. But what it's doing is you're stopping the escalation of their brain. Their brain's going, I'm getting excited, excited, excited. And you're creating a cutoff point if you can be really consistent. So when they start to feel that way, they go, oh yeah, right now is about when he says, hey. So why don't I just go ahead and stop now? She's doing really good right now. So I'm gonna guess maybe she did that on the PM one because we didn't do anything. We just came out and started walking. Right? She wants to sniff. I stop and let her sniff. But anyways, corrections, much like I think punishment isn't inherently bad. You see all this crap about punishment will never work. It never works because you don't do it right. You're not teaching what you want. Here, this is how you're supposed to act. And then you're just punishing out of the blue. When you've been reinforcing stuff, which sometimes we have to do, and they're also trying to act like punishment is just out of the blue. You're punching the dog in the head or something, right? Now, that's a correction. She's trying to eat something off the ground, like cat food. Why didn't you say leave it? Hey, girl. Because it needs to be her actions bring on that correction. Right? When she was just sniffing, it's okay. She starts trying to eat. What do you know is out there? You don't know. Anyways, right? I don't do nothing. Da 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 da. Oh, and last night she was only on the 30, so she had even less space, but she was acting kind of crazy. Haven't seen it this morning. Probably because we did recall games first. I probably should have tried to get this before doing anything at all. But it's always hard to recreate craziness, right? So that's just her run. Well, I'm probably not going to see it, so enough talking. Oh crap! She was behind. Hey girl, what's your name is? Excuse you, pig. It's very wet out today. Right? Leave that bird alone.